Olympic champion figure skater Anna Shcherbakova answered a question about possibly starting a coaching career. Do you want to become a coach when you finish skating? Of course, I think about it. Now I'm also studying to be a coach. And I think I'm definitely very interested in it. Because I've always been an athlete who is always digging into jumping technique, what's right, what's wrong, always trying to understand my mistakes, why I didn't get something right, always analyzing everything. And I always like watching figure skating from the outside as well, all the competitions, both for kids and adults. That's why it seems like it's close to me, it's interesting, but for now, first of all, I'll finish my coaching education, and then we'll see. It's quite possible, Shcherbakova said. Anna Shcherbakova also told about her emotions after she won the Olympic Games 2022 in Beijing. Actually, I've never set an initial goal to win the Olympics since I was a kid. I'm such a realist by life, I guess, and I had goals coming up. As a kid, it was to learn a new jump, to win a championship among my age, for example. Then somehow I went very gradually, little by little. I saw my nearest goal and went to it. And the Olympics became my goal, probably, the year it was. That's when I set it as my goal, first of all to get selected there and to show there my best. Because my main goal for all competitions is to give my best and do my best, because then I know that I will never regret that there were some missed opportunities. You know, always when you think about some unbelievable dream coming true that you're probably sometimes afraid to even dream about, you feel like you're going to walk around your whole life and be happy about it every second. Like you're going to wake up every morning afterwards and think, oh, how cool that I'm an Olympic champion. But in fact, there must be such a maximum concentration, such excitement, the peak of all emotions, such an overdose of different emotions, when you are in maximum tension as much as possible. And the first thing that happens after the last free program is that a mountain falls from your shoulders. You exhale, and at the beginning you are devastated. Of course, the realization of what happened comes later. Of course, at the awards ceremony it's incredible joy and pride, and it's a very pleasant emotion, but I guess it's not so bright and stormy anymore, it's calm, peaceful, there is something like that, Shcherbakova said. The Russian figure skater Veronika Yametova will not participate in the Russian Junior Championship, the coach of the athlete Elena Lefkovitz told RIA Novosti. Earlier, a source of RIA Novosti reported that a student of Atari Tutberidze Elisa Diva-Glazova will not be able to perform at the Russian Championship because of an injury in the leg. The 15-year-old Yametova, who has been competing at the adult level since this season, was able to replace Diva-Glazova on the list of participants by age. Veronika Yametova will not perform at the championship, but will skate in the final, Grand Prix, in March, reported Lefkovitz. The Russian Junior Championship will be held in Perm from February 14th to 18th. This season, Yametova placed 2nd and 4th in the Russian Grand Prix and 7th in the National Championship. The list of the Russian Junior Figure Skating Championship, which is going to be held on February 14th to 18th in Perm, is published. Grigory Fedorov will perform in men's figure skating. Lev Lazarev, Arseniy Fedotov, Kirill Sarnovsky, Vladislav Dikiji, Nikolai Yugohav, Andrei Kutovoy, Fedor Zonov, Edward Karatnian and others will also be fighting for the victory. The competition in women's figure skating will be no less fierce, where Veronika Vilina and Sofia Titova, pupils of the Angels Plushenko Academy, and Alina Gorbacheva, who became 9th in the adult championship of the country, will perform. They will compete with Elizaveta Kulikova, Lubov Rubtsova, Maria Gordieva, Victoria Morozova, Kezia Shcherbanina and others. In pairs skating among the medal contenders are Yulia Artemieva, Alex Bryukhanov, Elizaveta Osakina, Artyom Gritsenko, Ekaterina Chikmareva, Matvey Yanchenkov and Anastasia Chernyshova, Vladislav Antonishev. Anna Shcherbakova, Igor Goncharov, Varvara Kurnosenko, Fedor Varlamov and others will perform in the dance duo tournament, Australian skater Vlada Vasilieva shared her opinion on the current judging system and named her favorite skaters. There is an opinion that in today's figure skating technique is more important than presentation. Do you agree with it? Perhaps the specifics of the judging and scoring system does lead to a situation where technical arsenal plays a greater role than skating skills and artistry. It's no secret that you need a difficult jump to win big. But a really good skater must combine sophisticated technique with a vivid presentation. In figure skating, skating skills, artistry and technique are equally important, and ideally, you should strive to develop all of these aspects. Which is what I do. I have separate training sessions with a choreographer, a dance specialist, so working on the components is an important part of the training plan. A couple of years ago there were ideas that figure skating should be divided into two disciplines, technical and artistic, and give different sets of awards for them. What do you think about such an initiative? I have nothing to say. I haven't really thought about it, but to be honest, the idea is rather strange. I wouldn't support it. It's important to combine technique and artistry, as I said before. Which skaters are your idols? Role models? In today's figure skating there are a lot of bright names, charismatic skaters who are a pleasure to watch. And if you pull up archival videos and look at the legends of yesteryear, you will be tired to list them all. It's hard to name someone in particular, but of those I know, I would name Nastya Yametova. She trains next to me and I try to learn from her. From other countries I really like Kaori Sakamoto, Amber Glenn, and Sofia Akateva. She has amazing jumps and very interesting programs. Would you like to compete in the same tournament as Akateva? I guess that would be interesting. But I don't really want to talk about the Russian suspension. I don't know much about it, so it's hard for me to say anything definite about it. Anyway, the skaters in Russia are strong, and the attitude to this sport is high, said Vasilieva. Olympic diving champion and sports journalist Elena Vaitskovskaya spoke about the level of competition in pair skating at the international level. Earlier, the Japanese pair of Riku Miura and Ryuichi Kihara became leaders in the short program at the Four Continents Championship. We made fun of the foreign pairs of Russian pairs all season long, but in fact there is a process of import substitution. Like with parmesan and sausage, which they first learned how to produce in Russia, and then brought to a more than decent and quite comparable to imported quality. Japanese Miura Kihara in this sense are good, despite the failure of the jump in the short program and losing a lot of points on it, and 40-year-old Canadian Stellato Dudek with Maxim Deschamps increase in quality, so that we want to talk about skating couple, but not about the exotic for this sport age of the partner. In fact, it becomes clear that pair skating in the Russian free world is not stagnation, but quite obvious progress. Not too fast, but nevertheless. Of course, this kind of figure skating has lost a lot, but it turns out that it has gained something, too, Vaitskovskaya wrote in her Telegram channel.